why I picked it up, but I did. Hello, and I think this is the opening clip to this reading vlog, basically just a weekly vlog. We're gonna bip and bop around, and I don't know if it's gonna be a long video or a short one. If it's long and you like that kind of a thing, great. I have a lot of books that I'm currently in the middle of, and I need to remedy that. I need to do something about it. I need to read them. So I'm currently reading Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center, and that book, I don't know why I picked it up, but I did, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a book about this woman who's a firefighter, and she has just received like a commendation for saving a bunch of kids from a burning bus or something like that, and she goes to get her award, and the guy that she has a torrid history with is there and gives her the award. So she gets in some trouble there, but then she also has to move back in with her mother, her estranged mother, when her mother has some health issues. So I've only read one Catherine Center book, and it was The Bodyguard, and that one was complete 180. It was rom-com central. This one is more simple, wild in nature, and I can tell it's already going to be like a little emotional, and I'm really enjoying the writing. So yeah, that's one book I'm reading this week. And another book I'm trying to finish, Crime and Punishment. I'm not in the mood for it anymore, so we'll see if I pick it back up. I'm doing another video for that. And then I'm also reading The Assassin's Apprentice, which I don't know where that is. I think it's somewhere in my house. I'm enjoying it, but I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it right now. So I'm going to keep reading the Catherine Center book, and we'll keep bopping around. I'll take you along as I like cook, and it's going to be like cozy vibes in summer. And then I also just wanted to do a little bit of an unboxing, because I did buy some books. I wasn't supposed to, but I had some kind of bad news that happened this past week, so I am retail therapying all of my life. So, you know what? That's okay. It's all right. I don't have any scissors, so I might tear up my nails doing this. Oh no. This could be bad. Okay, looks like we have 3 books. So I picked up Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. And one of you guys said that I need to read, they were like, ooh, Michael Crichton, Jurassic Park, you need to read the Andromeda Strain. I don't know what that is, and it seems science-y, but we're gonna see if I like this, then I'll be more inclined to pick up more Michael Crichton. Ooh la la, I like this cover. I'm not a dinosaur person, so I don't know why I picked it up, but I did. I don't have a problem. And then, ooh, these books go together very nicely. I picked up My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I don't know what this is about, but I know I like Stephen Graham Jones, his writing style. This says, you won't find a more hardcore 80s horror fan than high school senior Jade Daniels. And you won't find a place less supportive of girls who wear torn t-shirts and too much eyeliner than Proof Rock. Nestled 8,000 feet up the mountain in Idaho, right alongside Indian Lake, home to both Camp Blood, site of a massacre 50 years ago, and as of this summer, Terra Nova, a second home celebrity Camelot being carved out of the national forest. Ooh, a slasher, someone wearing a mask. Ooh, a slasher. Can't wait. And then for some cozy vibes, every time I go on vacation, someone dies. I was influenced by Books and Lala. Also by El Casamano, because I love Finlay Donovan is killing it. Like that Finlay Donovan series, I love it. I buy every book. I still haven't bought Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice because I got that one from NetGalley, so I need to pick that one up at some point. But yeah, I don't really know what this is about. It's about an author. 10 days, 8 suspects, 6 cities, 5 authors, 3 bodies, 1 trip to die for. I figure I should read something summery in the summer, because level with me, you guys. Summer is probably one of the worst seasons, especially if you live in the South or somewhere hot in general. It's not a great time. I don't think anybody likes being sweaty, and it's humid, and everybody, like, by like 2 o'clock you just feel like, so fall is where it's at, even though I'm a summer baby technically, because September, part of September is in the summer, and you can't tell me any different, because technically, legally, September is in the summer, and then like the 22nd and the 21st is fall. So I was born in the summer, baby. Okay, that's my haul. PSA, stop whatever you're doing, drink some water. Now that we're hydrated, let's do an update. So I have read 27% of Things You Save in a Fire, and I really enjoy the writing style. I like how Catherine Tenner is funny, but it's in a dry sort of way. The main character herself is funny. Her name is Cassie. She's the firefighter. And so what we've done so far is that we have moved to Massachusetts with her mother, Diana, who Cassie has a type of relationship with her parents where she doesn't call either one of them by, the term of endearment, mother or father, mom, dad. And she calls them Ted and Diana because their divorce really rocked her world. And I'm really curious as to whether, how their divorce, their, family imploding, how that happened and why it happened, because we already have a couple of details into why Diana moved out of the house, but I want to know if she has a reason that's going to justify it, because as of right now, there's not really a reason, but we'll see. And so she's moved to a different fire station, and in this fire station, it's a boys' club. In her Austin fire station, where she used to be, it was state of the art. They're really progressive. It was more inclusive, and this one is very much so back in the 1900s. Which, side note, that's crazy that the 90s were in the 1900s. That's duh, it was, but it's just funny. I was born in the 1900s. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I look like a Brillo brush. Maybe you should brush your hair before you start the camera. Okay. And then, so the whole thing about this book is that the main character, Cassie, she does not believe in love, ever since she, experienced the divorce when she was a teenager to, things that are in her past. She does not believe in love. She doesn't want it. Keep it away from her. She don't want it. And this guy, Rookie, is there, and she's like, oh my gosh, he's hot. And that's one of her rules. Don't get entangled with a firefighter. Don't do it. So I'm looking forward to the romance that builds there, and how she starts to form a relationship with her mother. So that's what we're reading. That's what we're doing. This is a very chill day. I'm not really going to be doing much. So, yeah, I might read a couple chapters of one of these books that I just got. My TBR cart is going wild. It's really, only because I just got those books recently that it's going wild.
really cute, but I'm gonna need Cassie to learn Rookie's name so I can stop referring to him as Rookie. I still don't know what his name is. But we've had a little bit of development. I have something in my eye. Oh my gosh. I'm compromised. Oh. Okay, well, I am 40% in. And we had like a training montage for the Rookie because obviously Cassie's good at her job. She's good at firefighting. She's good at all the EMT work that she has to do. She's so strong. She can do 9 one-handed pull-ups. She can beat all the boys in basketball. She can dunk on them. She can't dunk. She's 5'5". But she's had a whole training montage with Rookie, so that's been cute. And Rookie asked her a question, and she said yes. So now she's saying yes to everything now. Yes to life. Yes to happiness. I promise I was reading, and then I got sidetracked by watching BookTube. And then I started thinking, I talk too slow to be a booktuber. I feel like everyone like rapid fires and like basically raps when they talk. I feel like it keeps the viewer interested, but I just can't talk that fast when I'm talking to a camera. Like if I just talk that, if I allow myself to actually talk at the speed I talk at, I feel like something's gonna fall out my mouth and I don't know what it's gonna be. So, I mean, but I guess that's what editing's for. Where am I in this book? 55%. Now we have like a competition happening. This is a competition game. It's a romance. It's an emotional roller coaster. I'm going through the gambit.
Catherine Center did not have to do that. She didn't have to make me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside, but also heartbroken at the same time. That was a 5-star read. And I'm glad this is not this video ends when I find a 5-star because the video will be over. But we're not finishing it because it's 2 days into the vlog. This was so good. This was a story about a lot of things, and the most important one I feel is forgiveness. But also it's about love. It's, I don't even know what happened. When I last checked in, I was like 60% in. I don't know. Roll back the tape. I don't know. But I read throughout the night. I read until midnight. I don't stay up till midnight, y'all. And then I read this morning. It's now, what, 8:21, something like that. And I had to finish it. So, Cassie and Rookie are a great pairing. I loved them. I loved the story with them. I loved the story with her mother, and it feels like when you read a book that really just like hits home for you, and it's only because several things happened at once. Like you had to be in the right time of your life, you had to be in the right setting, you had to be in the right mindset, and the story had to do the right things. And that this story did all those things for me. I like how Catherine Center didn't get too detailed with the traumas, and she humanized so many people and the thought of being a villain, and I just loved it. I loved it. I loved the epilogue. I loved the like intense action that we had, because obviously these people are firefighters, so there's going to conceivably be a fire. No spoilers in this vlog, but you know, things you save in a fire. Leave it at that. I don't want to miss anything in this little summary, but just know that it was great. I loved it. I had a great time. I almost cried. This book is, I feel like this book and Just for the Summer are like on the same level. I don't know why I gave this book a higher rating, but I did. I guess it was because I really liked the main character. Cassie was a great main character. She was flawed, but she was funny, and she was heroic, and I want to be like her when I grow up. And I do find it really crazy that we're supposed to be the same age, and I'm like, she's 26 and 27. I'm like, I can't imagine being that amazing at this age. I'm not that amazing, and I wish I was. Um, if is this book a movie? I know Catherine Center's other book got a movie on Netflix, maybe. I don't know. If it's not, it should be. Execs make it a movie and make me Josie. I will audition for it. I loved it. Okay. Now I need to read other Catherine Centers. Oh no, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the book has, like, there's I wouldn't say a spicy scene, but, like, you know, it's a romance, and there is, like, very little spice. So if you want a book that does not have that, look for that one. There is a lot of cussing though, but I enjoyed it in this circumstance because it was sprinkled in, it was peppered in a nice way. You have to pepper it in. You can't just go F-bomb, 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 because it loses all of its meaning. So, little spice, but heavy, like, romance. I loved it. Okay, what's the next book we're reading? Here's some books that I could get to. I could read One Dark Window. I could also go for Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. I could also just keep on reading The Assassin's Apprentice, which is a book I started. You know what? I think we need to finish The Assassin's Apprentice. I think that needs to happen. But let me read a chapter of Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies. If the first chapter gets an 8 out of 10 for me, then I will read this one. If it doesn't, I'm going to go on to The Assassin's Apprentice. Okay, so I would say that I would give that first chapter like a 6 out of 10. It starts out talking about Eleanor Dash's authorial career and how she got famous off of, she went on this holiday that was kind of eat, pray, lovey, and ended up putting a guy, Connor, in it as like the leading man. And because of that, he has asked for royalties, he's stuck around, and her publisher keeps asking her for more books about him, essentially. But she also writes like mystery, thriller, crime novels. And so she's in Rome now, and we open up the book after that little like summary saying that she is trying to kill off the character Connor. And we meet her sister, who's her personal assistant, and then we also meet Connor, and Connor says at the end of the first chapter, I need your help, someone's trying to kill me. So that's the gist. I don't know. I feel like I'll have to get further into it to definitively be like, yes, I want to read it, no, I don't want to read it right now. I don't know if I'm in the mood for it, per se. There's footnotes, which I have a love-hate relationship with footnotes. I can love them if they're good, and I think this one has some good footnotes. They're like tongue-in-cheek. It mentions, I don't know that I love this. It mentions like famous people like Evangeline Lilly and Chris Evans, but it's also like there's some funny ones too. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna continue on with The Assassin's Apprentice, and then if I have time later on in this vlog, later on in the week, I will go back to it probably. as you can tell, I was not feeling The Assassin's Apprentice, so I started reading Wuthering Heights. I also have the audio from Libby, so I was like, ooh, before this gets sent back into the ether, we're gonna read it. And y'all, this is a good one. This is good. It's probably one of the most, or one of the oldest or most classic tales of a toxic love story. So I feel like the girlies that like toxic romances that are on TikTok right now would love this. Girl, read you some Wuthering Heights. You'll get your fix, because these two are insane. Kathy, girl, and Heathcliff, ooh, they are both, like, Nellie has described them as basically being the bane of her existence, and you know what? They are. They really are. Such a tumultuous pairing, the two of them are. And I really do feel like they deserve each other. But, oh yeah, I got past I'm in like the hundreds. I'm on page 111. And already I've gotten past the point where she says, whatever our souls are made of, blah, 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 they're the same. Which is not the term of endearment she wants it to be. Yeah. There's so much drama. And if you don't know what Wuthering Heights is about, I don't even think I can tell you. Technically it's about Lockwood, who goes to live on Wuthering Heights, and he gets told the story of Heathcliff, the owner, the brooding man who owns the house, and his relationship with Kathy. And yeah, so we're getting a lot of flashbacks from Nellie, and the flashbacks, that's where it started. The book got going for me then. But I do have to go to work, so I'm going to have to, put down the camera, put down the book, and go do some things. And you know what? I was thinking about what to do with my hair, and I feel like I'm going to, sorry if there's water droplets in it, I'm going to actually do my hair and not just put it in a ponytail. Well, I'm going to put it in a ponytail. But I might do something around the front of it. Who knows? We'll see.
Ha ha ha, hee hee. You can't even see it because dark hair, you can't see anything fun you doing it. Okay, well, felt cute, we'll delete later.
Hello, low battery. Today is Tuesday, and it's pretty much just a gremlin day. Not a lot is going to be done. I mean, obviously I'm going to read because that's my hobby, that's my fun activity. If I could get paid to do this, I would. Because I really love reading, okay? You guys know this. If you're here, you probably love reading too. So, yeah, I've just been bopping around. There's not a lot I need to do today. This is one of my days off, so yeah, I've just been updating my little reading journal that if you watch the video I put out last year on setting this thing up, I very rarely use it except to, LOL, at all of I was like, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do book reviews and put them in the back, and I'm gonna cut out pictures and everything. I did that for like 5 books, and it got to be a tad excessive because I'm just not that girl. It's like when you go to the store and you buy a lot of fruits and vegetables and you stock up your fridge, and then at the end of the week you're like, man, I wish I was the girl I thought I was at the beginning of the week. But the one thing I have kept up is just low battery. As I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted, the one thing I have kept up has been just writing down the books I've read and the star ratings and when I read them. So I've done that. I think I've read like 77, 78 books this year. And so yeah, I was just updating that, and I have used my weeklies section in this Hobonichi. I mean, I actually haven't used it that much. There's some empty weeks in here. But yeah, I've just been doing that. I've been updating my life journal in this, that's upside down, honey, in this Hobonichi cousin. And I have a reading update. I have been reading Wuthering Heights. Ugh. And I am 64% in. And listen, our narrator Nellie, she's keeping, I don't know, she kept a lot of facts from us at the very beginning. She like, honestly, Lockwood should have been like, wait, you didn't tell me that. Wait, you left that out. And I don't know that I knew what this story was about when I picked, I don't, like, you know how you, if you haven't read certain classics, you still have a general knowledge because they're in the zeitgeist of what happens in them. I didn't have that for this one, so I've been learning as we go, and I am less a fan of Heathcliff as the pages turn. He is not a great guy. We'll leave it at that. And I was shocked by like what happened. I was like, wait, what? Huh? I know this is old, but you'd think I would have heard this by now. But yeah. So I feel like I could finish it. Let's finish it tomorrow. We're not going to finish it today. I don't think that's going to happen. But that'll be, you know, plucked off my bucket list of things to read. I wish it were romantic. I really do. Because it's a very stark difference between Things You Save in a Fire and Wuthering Heights. Like we split and we ran in opposite corners. And then the other thing I need to do today is just edit. I need to, I'm trying to be organized with the footage I take and take it day by day and go, okay, now I'm going to import it and rough cut it and then blah, blah, blah. But yeah. But no one's watching this, so it doesn't matter.
Could write you a song to make you fall in love. I would already have you up.
Okay, so I was not reading for all this time I've been away from you. Oh, these are my raisins. Yep, I'm just snacking on raisins. I really like raisins. Fun fact, and also chime in people. Aren't raisins delicious? Like Raisinets, one of the best snacks. Snacks, candy, that's pure candy, besides the raisin. Raisinets are great. Oh, what I was doing before. Honestly, I was just editing this video. That's what I was doing. And then what did I do? Well, I had lunch. Then I watched some YouTube videos because I was lollygagging. And if I see one more ad on a YouTube video that's advertising for that stupid Colleen Hoover adaptation that I don't care one iota about, I'm gonna lose my mind. So that's been making watching booktube so hard. And then, I did exercise, I worked out, and now I do think I need to get back to reading because I'm starting to get the scrollies. I need to stop that. I need to cut it off. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat my raisins and read. Probably read Wuthering Heights. Eating on camera is so weird. I would ask what's wrong with Emily Bronte, but I read the foreword I read her life story in the beginning of this book, where someone like went through a bunch of the things that the Bronte sisters had to go through, like their upbringing. So I get why she wrote this, but it is interesting. It's interesting. And the characters themselves are making it hard for me to enjoy the writing because Emily Bronte is good at writing. And I feel like, did she write anything else? If she wrote anything else, I might read it because I feel like if she was writing from a place where it was actually a romance, it would be good. But right now, it's just all these petty people. Just petty people all over the place. Running rampant. I finished Wuthering Heights shortly before I made dinner, and I'll give it a 3. A solid 3. It's better than a 2.5. What did I not like about it? It was interesting, but it was quite repetitive at certain points with like characters and how they just didn't evolve. And I guess Heathcliff did evolve. Did he do anything? I think he was just a straight up terrible person. The only character that okay. I mean, I guess Hareton. Not really though. I liked him. I liked Hareton a lot in the beginning, and then I felt very sad for him. And I hated how all the characters treated him. But I actually didn't want what happened in the end for him. I didn't want that. I think he deserves better. And those are my thoughts. This is a very like nature versus nurture type of a deal. And I'm torn on what I would say each character had suffered from. Like, was it their nurture or was it just their nature to be that way? Oh, I also liked Edgar. Edgar was nice. He was just like, I wanted better for him too. I think they all could have done better. Okay, so I started watching the movie, and we'll see if I keep going. I think I'm gonna like the movie though. I think this book lends itself to a movie very well, and I will say that Emily Bronte, she's a good writer. I just don't like the story she told. I just don't like the story she chose to tell, and I wish she had written something else. I don't think she wrote anything else. I really wish she did. It was promising. And now I'm trying to see, is Mr. Heathcliff a man? If so, is he mad? And if not, is he a devil? And after finishing this, I cannot tell you. I could not tell you what he is. There were some... I think this is a book you need to read again. So I'll probably read it at least once more in my lifetime. But yeah, so it's Tuesday. We finished another book. What should we read next? Friends, ladies and lads. I think we're gonna dive into this one. I need something like quick and fun. I want fun. It's summer. I'm not gonna be able to go to the pool because, you know, life doesn't have that in the cards for me right now. Last year, I planned a really fun vacation for my mother for her birthday, because her birthday is July 31st. She and Harry Potter share the same birthday, a fact which she always brings up. And I was really blessed to, you know, take her on a trip, but that won't be happening this year. So I'm going to pretend I'm on a beach and read this. Or tonight, I might just watch a movie. Who knows? Who's to say? Only future me can tell you that truth. Before that, I need to take a shower. And do something with my hair. I need to wash it tomorrow, that's for sure. Oh, tomorrow is hair washing day. Oh, fun. Of this day was kind of floppy, starting with the fact that I woke up extremely late, and that kind of just set the day in motion to not produce very much. But that's only on the bookish front. I am 90 pages into Every Time I Go on Vacation Someone Dies. I'm liking it. I'm just like, I'm not in love with it. Like, it's so fourth wall-y, because obviously the main character in this book is telling you, like, this is a book, I think. Wait, is this a book? Yes. I think she's writing the memoir. She's writing the tale of what happened on this vacation, so there's footnotes in it. And it's very meta. It's like everyone in my family has killed someone, but not in a way that I particularly enjoy. Not to say that I'm not enjoying this. It's just it's like that, but not. If that makes any sense. I don't like all the name dropping of celebrities for like, because she's trying to tell you what the characters look like, and I like it, but it keeps like, I keep going back to the footnotes and going, oh, so he looks like Dave Bautista, and I don't want to do that. So I didn't read very much of this. I'll try and read some more tonight. But I did realize that because I am a sloppy girl, and I pick up many audiobooks on Libby just because I'm like, oh, I've heard of that. Borrow. And then by the time I actually see something I want, I don't have any more credits left. And I don't know why people do this. I probably should. People have multiple library cards. I don't know about that. It's obviously not illegal, but I picked up The Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay, and I have no idea what it's about. I'm learning more. It's about this boy who is an outsider and outcast in high school, and he starts up a pallbearers club to carry the palls at under-attended funerals. And he's writing this as like a memoir, but it's getting interjected in from a person that he meets earlier on. And so that's just really interesting right now. I think I'm going to like it. I want to keep listening to it, honestly. I wish I had the ebook as well, but I don't. And yeah, other than the fact that I joined in on Nell's reading sprints for a second, that's basically all that happened today. I don't currently know where my book is, but every time I go on vacation, someone dies is going okay. I don't know why I don't like it. I feel like, well, first off, I'm almost 180 pages in, and no one's died yet. So, second, I guess I just don't jive with the author's writing style. And like, I get what she's doing, and I like some aspects of it, but there are certain sections where, and I guess, let's be positive for a second. I like that she talks about, the author at least, talks about imposter syndrome. You know, we all deal with that in certain times of our lives. Who hasn't dealt with that? She also talks about like the publishing industry and fast publishing, like TikTok style stuff, which I don't know too much about, mostly because I don't have TikTok, so I don't really, I don't see a lot of TikTok books, I guess. I don't know. Although there was that like Fourth Wing sequel drama that happened, what was it, last year? This year? Time is, don't know what that is. And I guess those are the things that I like. The things I don't like are, I like the footnotes, but they're a little too tongue-in-cheek. They're a little too fourth wall breaking. And also, the fact that I did not know what a certain character looked like until, it's not a spoiler, I didn't know what Allison looked like until 100 pages after she was introduced, because the author doesn't really describe people. She just uses the footnotes to say, think Chris Evans, think Jennifer Coolidge, think I don't know what her name is. I didn't know who that was. So I didn't know that Allison was black until dang near 100 pages later. So I think that's a little lazy. And if you don't like reading the footnotes, how would you know what the people look like? All she said was that she had wide set brown eyes. That doesn't mean anything to me. So yeah, I think that she's a lazy writer. I mean, no, she's not a lazy writer. She just employs some lazy techniques. But then she'll also be very self-aware and say, like, the difference between TikTok writers and that genre, and then New York Times best-selling lists, like not easy writing or easy reading, but like fast-paced reading that's like not flowery or lyrical. And then she talks about, of course, the authors that write like the world's great novels, which there's some stuff to be said there. You know, there's a time and a place for every single book, I feel, every single like type of writing. Sometimes you feel like you want to just ingest something that is objectively junk food. And then sometimes you need a salad. But yeah, there was something else I wanted to talk about. There was something else that was like really pressing on my mind, and I don't remember what it was. Also, yes, I do know I look like Coco. Oh my gosh, ew. Oh, I do think it's interesting that, so the main character, she kind of fell into writing. Like that wasn't her life's dream, that wasn't her goal. It was always her sister's goal. And she's always felt bad for taking that dream away, even though, you know, I don't think anybody reaching their dream can take away somebody else's. Like theoretically there's enough room for everybody. There should be, at least, but you know, that's not how it always works. And so she's dealing with her sister drama and with Connor just being an utter a-hole. And honestly, if he doesn't get killed soon, I'm gonna have to DNF. Oh yeah, I'm about to go exercise, that's why I got socks on my hand. I started, what's that book called? It's by John Mars. I feel like I look like Jennifer Coolidge. But it's a book about Maggie and Nina, and they live in a house together, and one of them always stays in the house, the other like beeps and bops around, and that's all I really know about it. It's very interesting. I read it for like 30 minutes last night before I went to bed, and I wanted to keep reading it, but then I was like, I'm not reading this one right now, and I'm now currently reading too many books. I can't be trusted to finish what I start. Hello. I don't know where the last thing I left off on was, but I'm back. I almost scrapped this video because, you know, when you take a look at something and you're like, what's the point? Like, I'm feeling a little existential, no, not even that. I'm feeling nihilistic. I'm like, what's the point? So I need to rely on my Lord and Savior a little bit. I'm not even being facetious. I'm being for real, yo. But I'm going to finish this flop of a book. I think I've gotten to, yes, I have gotten to the point where we know who done it, and I just don't care at this point. I don't know if it's the fact that there's so many like celeb names in it, or I don't know if it's the tone of voice for the main character and the way she's narrating the story. I don't like it. I don't know if it's the fact that there's too many Taylor Swift references and inferences. Sorry, I'm not a Swiftie. I just don't care for her. So it doesn't endear me to the story at all. But I'm gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna go to work today. Ew, I look disgusting. Oh my goodness. I finished it. Womp womp. This was a 2.75. And I feel bad about it too. I do feel bad about it because I think it was on me that I didn't like it. Because it was a perfectly fine, cozy mystery. I just didn't gel with it. And I think that's okay. I'm allowed to do that. As long as the author says in this book, I don't tag them in any under 5-star reviews, I'll be fine. It was funny how self-aware the author was at times, but I still just didn't like the style that it was written in. The mystery itself was fine. It was perfectly normal, perfectly reasonable. I did I guess who it was that done it? Yeah, I guessed who did it, so that's good. Because now I feel good. I feel great. Yeah, it was okay. Moving on. So, I think I will continue this week vlog into tomorrow, which is the last day of the vlog. And I don't know what I'm going to be reading. Honestly, what did I start? I started reading so many things this week. I started reading, well, I didn't start reading The Assassin's Apprentice, but I was trying to continue it. I started reading, what's that? I still don't know the name of this book. And I've gotten 15% in. I'm still reading What Lies Between Us, which, honestly, what is the actual description of this book? Because, honestly, I like it. What Lies Between... No, not Lied. What Lies Between Us by John Mars. It has a 4.06 rating on Goodreads. That's excellent. And it is apparent because I'm loving it. Like, I agree with this rating. So basically this says, they say every house has its secrets, and the house that Maggie and Nina have shared for so long is no different. Except that these secrets are not buried in the past. Every other night, Maggie and Nina have dinner together. When they are finished, Nina helps Maggie back to her room in the attic and into the heavy chain that keeps her there. Okay, so that's not a spoiler. Because Maggie has done things to Nina that can't ever be forgiven, and now she is paying the price. But there are many things about the past that Nina doesn't know, and Maggie is going to keep it that way, even if it kills her. Because in this house, the truth is more dangerous than lies. Yeah, I am really enjoying it, so I really want to continue reading it. And in fact, I probably will continue reading it. Yeah. I don't know what to read at this point besides what I just said. Because, sorry, that was a loud noise. Because I feel like I've been doing too much booktube watching, and now I just kind of want to read everything under the sun and dissociate from my life once more, because like I said at the beginning of this video, I got some bad news and I got sad about it, and I am now trying to distance myself from the news because it makes me sad. But we're gonna persevere. No, we're gonna persevere, and yeah. So I have an hour until I need to get ready for work, and then I need to go. So, but you know what? For as minuscule as my problems are, I would like to open up the floor for all the peoples who are watching, all the, the 20 people who are watching, and just say, 1, I would appreciate all the prayers, and 2, I am praying for you. Whatever you're going through, whatever's happening in life, and, we've all got this. Sorry from all emo and mopey. Okay.
I need to log off, I need to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks too. Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Whoa, whoa. Feels like, why should I even try when there's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy? Why would they need me?